Sports.
Oh, Raj would come in right as soon as I hit go live. Now the computer won't let me do two things at once. Go figure. All right, all right, all right. We are here. It is Monday. A side up, and then he's not there. Okay. So we are here with a Monday night, another episode of Nerdcamp Sports. How are you gentlemen doing this evening?
Doing all right, man. Battling a little sickness, but I'm here.
I'm
All
dirty
right,
but okay.
all right. That's all right. That's all right. We made it through the day.
Oh,
One down, four to go. It was an interesting day of football yesterday. We had a few injuries. We had a few exciting games, and we had a few blowouts. Um, and we had a lot. We had a lot going on yesterday, and we got a great game here tonight. That
Oh,
For
will
some reason, I'm
hopefully
having problems.
potential on paper potential game of the year candidate at least. Let's see if it's gonna work this time. I don't know what it's doing, why it won't let him in. But I want to say, or I'd like to say, I want to start with someone who should be a lot better than they are. And Brandon, I'm going to start with you. Do you believe
okay.
that CJ Stroud is done?
So I'm gonna be honest. I did not get to see those highlights from yesterday. I watched
Well,
a decent amount. Didn't get to those, but I'm not willing to say 0-3, alarming. But I want to watch the tape at least a little more before I go and say any of those rash decisions. But as far as he definitely had his sophomore slump last year, and we are definitely allowed to expect things from him. Unlike, we're allowed to expect more from him, whereas, in comparison to like a JJ McCarthy or something like that, he's already been to the playoffs twice now. He's already had he's won playoff game, two playoff games, won two playoff games. He's got to he's got to start showing out, and he's got to start elevating the players around him. It was year 3 when Josh Allen started to ball out, and if he's not up to the task, well, we're finding out pretty quickly, I think.
I will say I don't think that CA. What's up, Raj?
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. R&B,
Yeah.
can you hear him?
Mhm.
Okay. The question is, Raj, Brandon just answered it. Do
Okay.
you believe after yesterday's game, do you believe CJ Stroud is done?
I've been saying he was done. I've been saying it since last year. He had a great rookie season. His sophomore season was kind of mid, but now he took a complete dive, a nosedive. And honestly, I think he's done. I think his confidence is shot. I know a lot of people had high hopes for him, but unfortunately, it just looks like he just doesn't have it.
R&B, you want to chime in on this one? I know you said you wanted to pick and choose your spots. So
Yeah, I get in on this CJ
Okay.
Stroud real quick. Dare I say it, Raj, write it down, take a picture, mark it on your calendar. I have to agree with Raj. I think he's right. CJ Stroud might just be done.
Thank you. That's probably one of the million agreements. Well, I appreciate that.
I will say this though, in defense, I'm not going to write it home off Bill just in year 3 here after the rookie season he had, and I know we want to say he hit a little slump last year, but he still put up efficient numbers and got the Texans to the playoffs last year. So it's hard for me to just jump and say that a quarterback like that is completely done, but it's not looking good. But I'll tell you what else is done in Houston. That offensive line is future. I mean, I don't know how you can throw to anybody when you run into your life the minute the ball gets snapped. So
That's true.
If D'Amico Ryans don't get some stuff fixed with that offensive line and that defense and be able to protect this young so-called franchise quarterback, CJ Stroud ain't gonna be the only person we talking about done in Houston, and that's kind of where I stand on it.
I would say this. I don't think he's obviously I wouldn't say he's fully done, but if he doesn't prove that he's not done, they're gonna be forced to go another direction. We know, but unfortunately, I would err on the side more that he is done than not, only because it's been a downfall since the first season. It's been a downfall. It hasn't gotten better for him. He hasn't shown like that he's who he was in year one. So until he can show that, I'm with you. Not saying he can't turn it around, because we gonna talk about Mr. Indiana Jones a little later, but not saying he can't turn it around, that he can't be better. But as of this saying right now, it's a wrap for him. In the meantime, and watching that game specifically, the first two drives, like, were good. They got points up. He scored a touchdown, and then they had a field goal, and then they went flat for the rest of the game. So, it's just where do we go from here? So, okay, good start.
So when you guys say it's like it's done, it's a wrap, what exactly are you guys saying? Like, are you, because like we're really seeing a lot of quarterbacks actually start to have a revitalized career in a sense. When you bring up like when we talk about, you just brought up Indiana Jones. We got Mac Jones, who's playing decently well in San Francisco. We have Carson Wentz, who played really well yesterday against Bengals, even though their defense is terrible. And then there's, of course, Geno Smith, who out of nowhere like revitalized his career. So it's like, are we really? I'm not disagreeing or agreeing, basically, because I didn't see the film yesterday, so I can't really talk on whether or not I think he's cooked or not. But like, I even if he played like absolute garbage yesterday, I have a hard time believing like this is the end for him. That this is that he's forever trash.
Well,
I've seen a game where Tom Brady threw 5 interceptions. I've seen a game where Tony Romo threw 5 interceptions. Like, it's, players have terrible games. I get, Josh Allen threw 4 interceptions before. Like, it's not, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what CJ's stat line is or like even what the score was, because like I just all over the place yesterday. But I did get to watch a few games, but this was just not one of them. But I wouldn't say, 0-3, bad start. Sounds like he's not playing well, but I'm not going to say he's done like forever. He's going to be trash. Still plenty of chance to turn it around this year, or let alone in a system that works better for him, the way it's working better for Indiana Jones, the way that Mac Jones is now in a system where like he's got, he's basically Brock Purdy, and he as long as he just manages the game, he'll be fine with that stacked team around him when they're healthy. But I have a hard time believing he would be done, unless like he had a Tank Dell like injury yesterday.
Well, done to me just means done within that system. Done with Houston in a sense. Now it's different if you're looking at it's different if you're looking at let's just say an older quarterback. If you kind of like when we watched Tom Brady towards the end, when like you kind of knew what was going to happen. At that point, like you could see that could he still play? Yes, but you could also see that there was a digression in the way he played and the proficiency in which he even threw the ball. So we're not
When
saying
was
he's
this?
that done. What do you mean? When was this?
Tom Brady went
Yeah, I
out
got you.
balling. What are you talking about here?
Ooh, the
I
last
don't remember
season.
him.
The
It was
last
that last
season,
year, the
didn't they?
very last year.
Yeah, the
The
very
very
last year.
last year, they were like 8-9 and won their
Oh,
division barely.
you talking about when they lost that playoff game to the Cowboys?
Mhm.
Yeah, that season
Yeah, it
Okay.
was the very, very last year.
I,
It was what we were
I
all
kind of
waiting
get
for
that.
so long.
I only kind of give y'all that one. And this, Mike and them know this. I ain't no Tom Brady guy, but I
Mhm.
kind of give y'all that one. But we also have to account for all of the injuries that Tampa Bay had that year too, and he still drugged that team to the playoffs
That's
a
true.
year
right.
after winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, we're not taking that from him. I was just using that example as a player who it was over. Like that sheer dominance that he had was gone. Like him even missing throws that we're used to him making. Like it just was. He knew it was his time. He won. He went out with the Super Bowl the year before, what have you.
Which is when he should have
You know,
retired.
Yeah, I agree. He should have went out with the ring.
Like he would have been, his legacy would have been completely untarnished.
He was chasing Jordan. He wanted to try to go out on the back to back.
Oh man.
A minute to get myself situated, my cat's bed, myself.
okay.
But real quick, to answer your question, when I, pretty much what Mike was saying, when I say done, I'm talking about as far as this system and this team as a starter with the Texans. I think after this season, I think they got to really reevaluate what direction they're going to go in, because the problem is C.J. Stroud's confidence is shot. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. Like, he has all the tools to be good. At least
You got to
be.
put the context on that, then, Raj, because when you say done, especially when it comes to talking about a quarterback, and dare I say a black quarterback at that, when you say done, people gonna take that as like this dude is finished. They're gonna take it like we looked at Daniel Jones last year. He's done. He's finished.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, I would say this as a quarterback with the Texans, if that clears it up. And like I said, because I'm not saying he doesn't have time to revitalize his career, like you said, Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, Mac Jones. There's quarterbacks out there that actually can revise their career after they have that terrible start in their first few years with their team. Because it might be a team thing, like you were saying, R&B. It might be that offensive line that's keeping him, in this position, making him look like he doesn't feel confident in what's going on.
Right.
I don't know what it is, because I did watch him scramble a lot last night. I mean, in the afternoon.
A lot. And he's not really known for scrambling.
And he's not known for scrambling. And that's what made me question, like, why is he starting to do this? And it got to the point where it looked like he was just looking to just get the ball out of his hand fast enough not to get tackled. And I think it was this one play when he went to throw it at Nico Collins, and Nico Collins grabbed the ball, did a spin move, and lost it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's not really typical of that offense. Like, I'm not used to seeing that type of like sloppy ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm used to seeing a very precise pass given to Nico Collins and Nico running it and taking it to the house. That's what I thought was going to happen last night. But it was like, it was so random. The fact they lost to the Jags was like horrible, man. So
the Jags are silently 2-1.
Yeah, they 2-1. They're really good.
They're doing some stuff right through 3 weeks.
And low key, they don't even have the production from their wide receivers. Like, BTJ is not doing what he was doing last season.
No, he's not.
So if they can pull it together on the offensive end a little bit more, they might win a division, fellas. I don't know. They might take the division because they're sneakily a team to watch out for. Because I definitely thought the Texans were going to beat them last night.
See, for me, and that's all I be asking is, like when we had these conversations.
Yeah,
I'm a very meticulous type of guy. So, and I love football. Like that was what I played in high school or whatever. So, for me, when I'm looking at these games, it's deeper than just the stats, and that's what I be meaning when I say like actually paying attention and watching what's going on. And like I say, I ain't saying CJ Stroud was out there balling, but that O-line and the team, they definitely wasn't doing them no favors.
No. Yeah, and when you put it in perspective like that, it kind of made it clear because, like I said, I'm not used to seeing CJ scramble like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was literally, juking and running around. I'm like, nah, that's not CJ's game. He's a pocket passer.
Right.
So,
he has mobility to get himself in a better position to make a throw or something like that. But like you said, yeah, he's a pocket passer.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Jordan Love can put himself in there. Has mobility, but they're pocket passers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same kind of archetype.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see what happens. It's still early in the season, so hopefully they can get it together and pull something out. So I'm going to get it out the way early. Y'all got to check your coach, Raj.
Wait, whoa. What did my coach do?
Dance like a fool. Dance like a fool and lose.
Okay, hold on.
You know he did, though. You know he did. He did.
He hit, but Mike, he hit that shit, though. He did that dance. He did that dance. He did that dance, though.
Yo, he was out there. I'm like, yo, I'm just like, yo, you would have thought that was a walk-off victory.
Yo, it was. I thought it was. I honestly thought it was. But you know what? Shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another sneaky team that's actually really good. Damn, they wrapped them up.
My wife just asked, you guys talking about the Jets coach?
Yeah, nah, that's going viral. But look, real quick. All right, nobody expected a block field goal again. There was, I think, 3 block field goals yesterday. Messed my whole parlay up. But anyway, I say that because when we saw that block field goal and that run, that return run to the touchdown, I was like, look, this is exactly what the Jets need. They need that fire behind them on a defense. The offense, it is what it is. We don't have our starting quarterback. But I was actually happy that we had a little celebration right there, but I get it. We lost. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with all the losses. I just want to see them put up a fight. That's all.
So, what were your thoughts on the game yesterday, and particularly your quarter Tyrod Taylor?
You talking about the Jets game?
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the game?
I thought it was a very good game for the Jets. It was one of those type of competition games where good and well that we weren't even supposed to even be this close. Baker Mayfield went out there. He balled out. He threw Baker Mayfield threw for 33 yards, and had 1 touchdown. But he was doing everything out there. I mean, he was running. He had 44 yards on the ground as far as runs go, and he just got the ball where it needs to be. And on top of that, unfortunately, Mike Evans went down. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully, Mike Evans is okay. I think it's a hamstring issue. But as far as the Jets go, Tyrod Taylor, I was very proud. Huh?
they said it's not as bad as last year. That he should only miss maybe up to about a week or two.
Oh, that's good. I like to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that because last year was really bad. I think we was going for what 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Still got 1,000 yards,
but still put up 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Did his thing. But as far as Tyrod Taylor, look, I'm a Tyrod Taylor guy, but I just know what it is. Tyrod Taylor is going to end up either missing games because he's hurt or missing games because somebody hurt him. Like the medical staff, like they did the year before that. But he threw for almost 200 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, 26 for 36. He could have been a little bit better on that and 1 interception. But I was very proud of the team. I mean, what more can you ask for the Jets? It ended up being 27-29, the Bucs, but it was a good game to watch. It was very entertaining.
Make it easily right now. What is that noise?
I don't know. It just went away.
R&B muted himself, so it's coming from his side. The Jets could very easily be 2-1 right now.
Oh yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I just want to see a fight.
And I think that they put up a fight. It's just that they make enough plays, but they allow they allow the worst plays at the worst part of the game.
Right.
That's the issue. They got to stop those plays when it comes to that part of the game. You cannot allow those plays. Jeez, the Lions just went right down the field.
They are not playing.
You got to stop those plays. Yesterday, they didn't look like they had a prayer because they if I remember, they were down by a lot at some point.
Yeah,
I want to say like there was a point where it was like 26-7.
20. Yeah, I think it was 20 points almost.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So they came back. The defense is there. The pieces are there, man. Like they have everything they need to be successful, but they just don't have it right now. So I don't know who you guys play next week, but
I believe we play Miami.
Now that should be a winnable game, but now you got 2 desperate teams looking for a W. 2 teams desperate for a W. So it could be competitive for sure. He's in. Gibbs.
Nice.
It could definitely be competitive, and it's definitely going to be one battle, one hell of a battle, because we know for a fact that Miami they're going to compete. They're going to compete. Yeah. They competed last week. No one gave them a prayer. I expected it to be a blowout, like quick, and it was actually a very entertaining and competitive game. As far as I'm concerned. So, R&B, you got anything to add for the Jets game, my brother?
Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. On that one, we can go to the next one.
Okay, so so yesterday, Caleb Williams finally looked like a first overall pick. He finally looked like what we expected. And you know what made it great that he looked so good yesterday? You know what it is.
I know what it is.
You know what? He did it against them boys. I tell you, nothing brings me more joy than watching the Cowboys lose. Nothing brings me more joy than watching them lose. And not even just lose, get the brakes beaten off of them. So, Raj, I'm going to start with you. What were your thoughts on Caleb's game yesterday? And do you believe moving forward that he can play more like that? We ain't gonna get that every week, but if he can
Right.
play between what he's been playing and that, find the happy medium, I think you got something to build off of.
Right. I'm trying to pull up the actual thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna see if I can. But there's one reason why they won yesterday. And it wasn't just because it was facing up against the Cowboys. It was the fact that this young lady right here was in the audience. And we got to have some type of stat. Sonny Lee. Sonny Lee was in the audience. If you guys don't know who she is, she's an Olympian, USA Olympian, gymnastics. If there's a meme going around with OG Anunoby and Sonny Lee in the crowd and how he just went off like he was Michael Jordan. Go look at that meme and go look how Caleb Williams played yesterday. That man balled the hell out because there's some type of correlation there. But all jokes aside, yes, I was proud of him. He definitely did his thing. The Dallas Cowboys defense is trash. I can honestly say they're probably the worst defense. They're actually worse than the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's really tough to say, but the Cowboys gave up, let me see, how many yards did they give up yesterday? Because Caleb Williams, I think, had a career night for like 4 or 5 touchdowns. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, he had 4 touchdowns, 298 yards, no interceptions, and a 142.6 rating.
I mean, clean game. I mean, really can't say nothing more about it. But real quick after that, I will say this. I hope that CeeDee Lamb's okay. It's unfortunate, the injury that happened, but I hope he's all right. They said he's going to be missing out for, I believe, 3 to 4 weeks.
About a month.
Yeah, a month
about a
earlier
month.
at least.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, but it looked like it's George Pickens' time, and that's it.
What are your thoughts? Oh wow, Mark Andrews, you're alive.
That was good.
Yeah, maybe you should do something for my fantasy, asshole. Like last week, he dropped a pass in the end zone. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Vegas.
He's still hunted from last year in the playoffs.
So Brandon, what do you think about Caleb Williams' injury? Caleb Williams' performance yesterday, and how bad do you think that CeeDee Lamb's injury will further affect Dallas?
So I sent the text last week, and I said, after review, Kyrie Lim is still trash.
Oh, I can't hear him. I'll be right back.
So okay,
you hear me? Yeah, Raj?
Yeah, it sometimes it just bumps like the sound, so he'll come out, come back in, but you can keep going.
All right, so so it's just Russell Wilson threw for 400 plus yards last week. This Dallas defense is just terrible. Like, Caleb played well. Don't get me wrong. Like, he did. Like, he has all the tools you could possibly need physically to do the quarterback position. Like, I totally understand the Patrick Mahomes comps, but he needs to work on his accuracy. He's still just missing open throws errantly for no real reason other than he's not focused in on his mechanics, which is something that, hey, Josh Allen had to work on. He was this is year 3 for Caleb now. Yeah, Josh was still very rough on his mechanics. So I would still say that, hey, there's a lot of opportunity for Caleb to still grow and get better, especially with Ben Johnson. I mean, they do look good, but I definitely think that Dallas defense being awful attributed to it. And then, it's not going to get better with CeeDee Lamb being injured. Hope he's okay or recovers quickly. But, now's a lot, if for those who have put Dak as high as they have, if Dak really is the guy, like, he's going to have to ball out to really get the Cowboys anywhere.
And also to add on to that, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I think the only way Dallas is going to be able to win games from now on, they have to score 40 plus. Their offense have to become their defense. They really don't have a defense at all. I know I said that earlier, but I had to like really, really reiterate on that because giving up damn near like 70 points in 2 games is crazy.
I said back in April, the fact that we got anything for Kyrie Elam was a steal.
That's facts.
R&B, how do you think that them missing Parsons has affected their defensive scheme?
It definitely has affected it because the one thing that the defense was good at, which was getting after the quarterback, they no longer can do. Not at a high rate, at a medium rate, at a low rate, they can't do it at all. And all this talk about stopping the run, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see that yesterday at all.
Oh, there he goes. Bye.
I agree with everything all you guys are saying.
Shoo.
Real quick,
he's
Mike.
out.
Oh, go ahead. Real quick. I just want to finish off by saying that I agree with Agent Solstice. I do not think that for one, this isn't the first time I've seen Caleb Williams have a great game. He's had a couple great games last year as well. So I'm not gonna run home about this one game or whatever. And outside of that, I also agree that I think it was more about how bad Dallas's defense is versus what he was able to do. And I'm sorry to take that away from him, but it's just the truth. Like the defense is god awful. They can't stop up a tub to run bath water right now, like literally. And then me personally, I know it's his first year. He's a rookie head coach. I damn near think it's a fireable offense to have CeeDee Lamb lining up in the backfield,
Right?
running back plays. Like he's not built like that. He's not Debo Samuel. Yeah, I know that he's a gadget player. I know that he's one of the guys who's going to move all around to try to get the ball in his hands, so on and so forth. But you got to look at Debo and the physical specimen that he is. Look at other wide receivers that that can do those types of things, and not only the physical specimens that they are, but the freak athletes that they are. And that's not to say that CD's not a freak athlete, but I just don't see him as that guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at it. He got hawked by a linebacker. He got hawked by a linebacker and end up, twist with a high ankle sprain. So I thought that was a bit dumb, but it also shows desperation to try to do something different in order to try to put up points. Like Rod said, they're going to have to score points. And I think this is it. This is an offense that's capable of scoring points, but not without CeeDee Lamb.
I would agree that it's mostly up to them trying to just create points out of whatever scheme or anything they could have. Like, I agree that CD's not like Debo, but I think you answered the point yourself when you said that they're just trying to what's the word? Manufacture points.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, just give them the ball and do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what you're saying makes sense, and the pushback I have to give you on whether Dallas's defense is garbage or not, he still made the plays. He still made the throws.
Me and you can make those throws, Mike. That's all I'm saying. Did you see some of the hot? I said me and you can make those throws. Did you see how wide open some of those guys were yesterday?
I'm not throwing that fast.
I mean, let's not take away from the guy. We know Dallas's defense is garbage.
Look, it was a good performance, and I'm not going to call it a statement win.
Yeah, not over a defense like that.
It would be different if he did that against a team like the Ravens or a team like Buffalo. Or,
Yeah, if he did that against us, oh fuck! Like, actually, no. You know what? Our defense is terrible against good quarterbacks.
Right, but the point is though, even if your defense isn't that good, you're being able to outplay your offense is something in itself. It's still a statement of some sort. Right.
He'd have to play his ass off for 60 minutes. So I'll give you that.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Hell, even if he were to do that against the division rival Lions, for crying out loud. But I do
see what he
believe
did
that
do.
not much. Not much, that's for sure. You know, so we sit here and we sit here and we look at this and just have to see where he goes from here. As for CD Lamb in Dallas, it's not good. It's not good. This is not a good start for them. They are in a very bad position. And if CD Lamb's out a month, Dallas is 1-2. And it ain't gonna get better. Week 1, they showed a lot of optimism to their fans, and now they look real bad. We'll have to see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oof.
He just got to string together some consistency because, like I said, we seen him have good games last year in his rookie campaign, but can he do it on a consistent basis? And that's his thing right now. Can he be consistent and can he make all of the throws and not put himself in positions to, with interceptions and turnovers and stuff like that, like we've seen him do as well last year. So it's just good game, smack on the butt. Let's see what you do next week.
Right. And one thing I want to add to that is I like what they got with Oduze, their wide receiver, and his connection with Caleb Williams. They pretty much they know where they're going to be at each time. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of trust there now. And I think that's like a huge thing for Caleb because he needed that. He needed that extra wide receiver to be able to get him out of situations, get him out of jams. So yesterday was a great game for him, but we'll see what happens next week.
Absolutely. So now I'm going to ask the same question again, but with a different quarterback. Yesterday, the Kansas City Chiefs were finally able to get the lid off the rim, to use the basketball analogy. And they were finally able to win. But R&B, I'd like you to take this one first. Is Russell Wilson? Is it over?
Oh man, reluctantly so. I have to say, yeah, it looked like it's over for us. But I stand firm on what I've been saying since the beginning of the season when we've been doing this show. I don't think the Jackson Dart is going to be able to do anything any different. If you throw him out there right now, it's going to be more of a detriment to him as a rookie than help. Because again, if you watched that game yesterday, this offensive line is absolutely horrid. They can't protect. And it's not a lot of time to throw the ball. But in not in anyone's defense, but when he did have time to throw the ball, he still struggled. So, going up against an elite defense in Kansas, I think the cows are coming home to roost, or the chickens are coming home to roost when it comes to Russell Westbrook. I mean, damn, Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson.
I think we all have. What do you feel about it, Brandon?
Russ is cooked. Russ been cooked. Like, I've been saying this last year since he was on Pittsburgh. It's over for him. He's not a mobile quarterback. He's not tall. He's not Drew Brees. It's enough. I'm tired of watching him. I agree everything with R&B said about Jackson Dart. It's Jameis Winston time. Period. End of sentence. If you're like, for the love of Christ, Giants, like, if you're gonna lose, please don't be boring. Like, I never want to see Russell Wilson take another snap again. It is those. What was that? It was 3rd and goal from the 15, and we run a.
Oh, that was crazy.
Oh,
that was crazy,
wow, bro. Like, I'd be mad if Josh Allen did that. Like,
he was throwing to people in the 5th row.
It was so bad. Like,
it was bad.
So I'm totally for trying to redshirt Jackson Dart, especially because the Giants have a gauntlet of a schedule coming up. Like, he's already seen now 3 games of ultra conservative, boring football that didn't win games. Now let him see some absolute mind-numbing ridiculousness. Go learn from Jameis Winston going and making a bunch of mistakes, but also making some plays.
Right.
Russell ain't making plays.
So, I don't know if y'all noticed the fans chanting that they want Dart in the game during the game yesterday. Did y'all happen to notice that?
Yes.
Don't listen to Giants.
That doesn't matter.
And I think that's like the worst thing that they can decide to do.
I agree. It should be Jameis Winston.
Right now, if you are to go to Jackson Dart and he plays phenomenal, you look like a genius. But if you go to Jackson Dart and he's a dud, you look like a moron.
And I feel like the latter's more likely to happen.
If I'm the Giants, I'm not going to Jackson Dart. I don't even know if I'm moving off Russell Wilson just yet. Only because, and y'all may disagree with this, but the problem is that's why you can't give him that price tag all the time. And you look at last week, he turned back the top. He turned the clock back. He looked like Seattle
against Dallas. Mike, let's stop playing. We just watched Caleb Williams have a career night last night against Dallas. We got to stop gassing that game.
The only reason Dallas did well against Philadelphia is because they seem to want to just like crawl down the field over and over and over again.
Right.
But I ultimately think that to R&B's point also, their line is real bad. They're in real bad shape. So to me, it don't matter who quarterback is, because if your line isn't good and they don't have time to throw the ball, what are you going to do with that? So
put the fun guy.
Real quick. Let me say this real quick, Mike. I agree with them. I agree with both of them. Give me Jameis Winston 30 for 30. Okay? 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Jameis Winston 30 for 30 is what they need. They need that influx of energy. Come on, man. I need to see it.
And when it's Jameis
last night,
they need to eat some W.
12 for 50 because of the offensive line. Then what?
With the dubs. Look, let me say this.
12 for 50 dubs.
Look, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because look,
12 touchdowns and 50 interceptions.
Listen. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he gonna air that ball out. Last night, Russell Wilson almost killed Malik Neighbors. Okay, he almost got him killed. Almost got him decapitated.
Murder.
Yes. He threw that ball and he gave it to him twice. Malik Neighbors only got 2 receptions the whole entire game, which was horrible for my fantasy. But
Spags being Spags.
I mean, it just looked horrible out there with Wilson. We need somebody who can air the ball out and also get that influx of energy. Jameis Winston, 30 for 30. We need to see it, man.
Hey, but to add to what Roger's saying, like with the whole neighbors thing, with him only having 2 catches last night, they don't have
Mm-hmm.
any other weapons to go to outside of neighbors. That's why he's been struggling so bad to start the year off. They have nobody else to go to. So when you able
Yes.
to double and triple team and shadow him the whole game, and nobody's able to win 1-on-1 or step up and win at all, this is what you're gonna get. And,
Yep.
and, and the perfect example, again, of why I said, and I believe why Agent Sosa said what he said about Caleb Williams, look what Russell Wilson and the Giants looked like against the Cowboys last week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Giants need to decide what they're going to do because what they're doing right now ain't going to win them, ain't doing them no favors, ain't going to win them no games. So, So, yesterday, another double feature, the Jets and the Dolphins, Bengals and the Broncos,
What?
man. Take all
Oh, come on.
take all the
What are they
Bengals
doing?
games off the TV. Take them all off. God.
Y'all
Flex
didn't
it
like
all.
Jake Browning? Y'all didn't like Jake Brownies?
Jake Brownies. So yesterday, the 49ers were able to improve to 3-0, but it came at a cost, and a very heavy cost, as Nick Bosa tore his ACL yesterday. We know that Brock Purdy is out. George Kittle is out for a number of weeks. And
Just a
now,
matter of time for CMC to be out. Knock on wood, but
but just so we're in a bit of a rough area. Raj, how do you think this will compromise their defense and potentially their season?
Well, first and foremost, I had them winning in a division like an idiot because I thought they could all stay healthy.
Niggas
I don't
couldn't
know
even
why
make
I
it through
thought that.
3 weeks.
I don't know why I thought that.
We ain't even a month
I
in.
mean,
All of a
Shaking my
sudden,
fucking
we're not even a month in. We're not even a month in, and all the major stars are down except CMC. And like I said,
who would have
it's only a
thought
matter
of all
who
people?
would have thought, right? Out of all people. But all jokes aside, I think they're done. I think unfortunately with Bosa going down, that's never good because he's a leader. And of course, having all your offensive weapons done pretty much, it's over. It's over. They might as well just go back and revamp this whole entire team because for some reason they just can't stay healthy. Something's going on. Something's in that water out there in San Francisco because people can't stay healthy,
I
man.
think it's the haze.
It might be. It might be because something's not right. I mean, I don't know. This is the worst case scenario, and it's not even a month in.
I feel a little bit like Mike, how every year I do my preseason prediction. I literally had the 49ers win the first 3 games, and then I had them fall off because I'm like, I bet they get injured.
Damn.
Yo, you can go check it. I looked at it this year. I was like, man, I'm always off with a few teams. Like we're, obviously right now the Colts, like we're all wrong with that one. But like,
oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew I was probably going to be wrong with the Vikings. I didn't know how to. I'm never good with picking how the Vikings are going to be, but like, I felt pretty good with like, yeah, they'll probably start out good, but we'll see. So yeah, poor 49ers.
Unbelievable.
I had the Rams. We all had the Rams winning that division. I think we all did talk about this too.
Yeah, I was the only one that picked the 49ers winning.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Christian McCaffrey is already through 3 weeks on the highest trajectory to have the most touches in NFL history?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm gonna send just because we just talked about the Giants and we just talked about we're talking about the 49ers now. I'm gonna send you guys this tweet that I saw and I don't want to say out loud. It was so funny.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I will say this: the 49ers, even at 3-0, they are compromised, but I still believe they come to compete. Kittle will be back. Brock Purdy will be back. That defense, hopefully they can step up and still do what they have to do to be sufficient. But losing Bosa is hurtful, especially when you're losing, the anchor to your defense, the main guy to your defense. It's gonna be difficult. Excuse me. It's gonna be difficult. They're gonna have some battles. They're gonna have some wounds, but I still see the Rams winning this thing, even though yesterday they did not. They seemed like they forgot how to play in the middle of the game. The score was 26-7.
Yep.
The score ended up 33-26. R&B, what do you feel was the biggest downfall of the Rams yesterday as Philly came from behind to get this victory on them and improve to 3-0?
I think they let up, number one. I'm going to make it short and sweet. They let up, number one. And number two, that blocked field goal was a motherfucker. Good play.
Okay. Oh, now he's out. So Brandon, do you think that being that this win for Philly, did this win for Philly tell us more about the Eagles, or did the loss show us more about the Rams?
That's a good question. Because I feel like I picked the Eagles to win the game, and I was personally very shocked to see them down 26-7. But one thing that if I were to add onto what R&B said as to why the Rams lost yesterday, it's because they did too many threes and not enough sixes. So they got to find a way to, get it in the end zone when they're down there. So maybe, it taught us a little more that their red zone offense isn't what we thought they might be with Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua. But at the same time, it also kind of feels because I missed the second half of the game, or the second half, like the exciting part, because I was driving home from my parents because I was watching the Steelers and Patriots with them. I sent you that snap yesterday, Mike, with the So from what I hear, there were some controversial officiating calls. I hear that again, everybody's false starting on the tush push, and that's I was pro push until I'm seeing literally all 6 offensive linemen either off sides or false starting. Like, if it can't be officiated correctly, then that's why it's got to go. So I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like we learned a little bit about the Niners, not the Niners, the Rams, and we learned a little bit about the Eagles. But at the same time, I felt it was same old Eagles, and Eagles happen to have the Rams number.
So
Jalen Hurts got hot.
I saw the tweet, Brandon.
Isn't that hilarious?
So, Raj,
I'm not saying that out loud, but that's hysterical.
No, I know.
No.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say that out loud.
What?
No. We good.
I ain't even see it. You sent it to the chat.
Yeah.
It's in the text.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the group text.
Yeah.
So Raj, would you say moving
Wow.
forward
I like
that the
that.
Eagles are the team to look out for in the NFL?
Oh man, no, absolutely not. I hate the way they play, and it's not no hate on the as far as like hating an actual player on the team. I just hate the way the whole team is. Like the team,
Of course you would say that. Of course you would say that.
He said the whole team.
the whole team.
This guy is so anti-Sirianni. I'm here.
I mean, and the reason I'm saying is because it's like when you expect them to like lose a game, they come back and win, but they
Are you
win
not
in
a
a way
Charlie
where,
Sheen fan, Raj?
huh?
Are you not a Charlie Sheen fan?
No.
So you don't enjoy winning?
No, look, I get that they're winning games, but it's not sustainable for the rest of the season. I guarantee you that.
We said the same thing last year. Did we not all say the same thing
No,
last
I
year?
know we said it last year. I remember. But this year, I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not.
If Jalen gets to slanging that bitch around like he did in the second or in the third
But
quarter
see, that's
yesterday,
the problem. He doesn't want to throw the ball until it's time to throw the ball. This man will do anything but throw the ball.
he's doing what he's told, in my opinion. I think he's doing what he's told. He's running the offense that they're giving him to run.
Or what he needs to do.
I mean, yes, I guess. But this team is. I hate watching them play. That's all I gotta say.
With you saying it that, hold on. With you saying it that way, hear me out. Not nearly as dominant, but in terms of the style that they play to win, would you say that the Philadelphia Eagles are currently like the Floyd Mayweather of the NFL?
Yes, that's perfect. I hate watching Floyd box too. By the way,
it's awful. It's all, but
I hate watching Floyd box. Oh,
y'all hated watching Floyd. Y'all hated watching Money Floyd Mayweather. Everybody enjoyed pretty good.
Yes. There's a difference. You're right, R&B. Yeah, money making Mayweather was the one I didn't like. The Pretty Boy Floyd was actually really good. He actually boxed. But this other stuff, I don't know.
Be that as it may, we gonna watch him and Mike Tyson do nothing next year on Netflix.
Ooh, he almost got out.
Wait, is that really happening?
From what I read, they agreed to fight.
Who?
Oh no, I don't want to see that.
Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. So here's what I'm gonna say about the Philadelphia Eagles. See, I know you hate the way they play, but why change the way they play when it was working? Now, they won their first two games the way they played, right? And then they realized that the Rams caught on to their scheme. So what did they do? They did what they hadn't been doing, and they switched it up and started throwing the ball. So now, if I'm the Eagles, I'm going to go right back to what was working. And then guess what? If it don't work, you start throwing that ball. If that don't work, then you start integrating. The thing about the Eagles is they have a lot of ways to be interchangeable, and they have different ways they can get you. And unfortunately for them, they always seemingly, when they switch things around, end up on the right side of the win of the game in the win column. Well, not unfortunate if you're an Eagles fan. Their fans aggravate me now. Like, not as bad as Dallas fans, but they up there. They're up there. You know,
I'll admit. So I got to go. I actually saw. Remember a couple of years ago, the Bills played the Eagles in the rain. I was actually at that game. That was an amazing game. It was actually pretty easy to make Philadelphia fans not be an asshole to me because they're like, "Yo, fuck Buffalo." I'll be like, "Hey, fuck Dallas." And they're like, "Oh, you're pretty cool."
But what I'll say about the Rams is this showed how they can collapse, and they can't let that happen. You guys, they were playing a pretty good, clean game, and everything just went to shit. So if I'm the Rams, we got to clean that up. You got Seattle up over here playing some good football through 3 weeks, and you got a 49er team that's beat up, an Arizona team that's just kind of there because they still are playing like they have no identity. So if I'm the Rams, we got to think long term and say, okay, we got to get this done. So
I think the Eagles play their style of play, and like you said, Mike, when it's not working, they're able to switch it up. A lot of teams in the NFL, hell, in the NBA, in sports period, cannot say that they have the talent and the ability to switch up from one thing to another when one thing isn't working. Where I would agree with Raj at though, when you have a defense that's as elite as the Eagles defense is, I would take a little few more chances trying to spread that bitch around the Goddard,
Yes.
Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. I would take
Somebody.
more chances because I have a defense that can, that can back me up. Now, if this was the Cowboys defense, then that'd be something different. But it's not.
I mean, they're probably looking at it like kind of how Josh Allen's working on his game and just minimizing mistakes. They're just trying to do the offense knows that their defense is pretty good, and the offense basically just trying to do whatever, like the bare minimum to get the win. It feels like
Right.
absolutely.
And then they'll turn it up in the playoffs like the Chiefs usually.
That's true. Definitely true. with
So yesterday I seen something that hurt my feelings, guys.
Oh, touchdown! All right.
My feelings were hurt, compromised. My dark horse team lost to the Browns.
that. Oh,
Now this was a game I was like, I gotta see what happened here.
Now, let me tell you, I'm watching like Green Bay through 2 weeks was like they was looking like we them dudes. Yesterday, man, and it's not a knock because we know Cleveland has good defense. There's no doubt about it. But damn, that it was pretty damn stagnant yesterday. R&B as a Green Bay Packer fan, what do you think? Do you think it was Cleveland's defense? Or do you think that Green Bay had a bad day?
I think it was a combination of both, to be honest with you. I think Miles Garrett was the game record that we all know he can be. You know what I'm saying? This dude was out there beating double and triple teams. You know what I'm saying? And what I always say about Jordan Love, he's a hell of a talent, a heck of a quarterback, but sometimes he makes decisions and throws that, how you kind of wonder. And that interception that he threw yesterday, in my opinion, was very costly. And the reason why I say it was so costly is because if he doesn't throw that pick, they win that game. And the pick that he threw was so inexcusable because the shit was damn near triple covered. So why are you making that throw? This is your fifth, sixth year in the league now? Come on, man. You done got the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like you next up behind A-Rod. Hey man, you gotta know not to make that throw. I'm sorry. I can't give him no excuses on that one. So to answer your question again, I think it was a combination of both. Because I think they had a chance to win a tough, hard fought game, and their quarterback took it away from them with a bad throw and a bad decision, which he often does.
Brandon, would you say now with this loss and showing how, in a sense, that Green Bay can be manhandled if they have good defense, would you say that they have a less of a chance rather than the Lions of winning this division?
Absolutely not. No, I mean, even just speaking statistically from a black and white on paper standpoint, this was an out of conference loss, which is the best kind of loss you can have technically. Whereas they already beat the Lions, they already have one game up on the Lions, so they can't be swept. So realistically, if you're gonna have a letdown game, if you're gonna play like shit, this was the game you want to do it. Where it is like embarrassing. But it's also early in the season. They're still 2-1. This is gonna get that they were riding high off their 2-0, and they got a little too cocky, and it's a little bit mix of Jordan Love might be a little overrated, and the Cleveland Browns defense is definitely underrated. So
I think they played down to their competition.
Yeah, they played to their competition. So I think this game, also for Matt LaFleur, will be a learning game. And because it was an out of conference game, like this, in my opinion, this may have been beneficial. Who raise your hand if you think any of the teams, including these guys, are going 17-0? I don't think so.
No.
Including my
but
guy.
to come out and lose to the Browns,
it's embarrassing. They play like what the Browns look like the uniforms.
The doo-doo Browns.
It's sponsored by Dude Wipes. The joke writes.
Dude Wipes.
It's real. I can't.
Oh damn!
No, it's a real thing. That
was a good run back.
Excellent run.
Yes, sir.
Raj, would you say that this game told us more about Cleveland's defense or more about the identity of the Packers?
Man, I can't say either or, because the defense is, we already know that Cleveland's defense is always going to be top 10. But the problem is
maybe even 5.
Yeah, even top 5, depending on, the circumstances. But the thing is, their offense is horrible. And that's always been the case for Cleveland. They're like the opposite of what the Cowboys are. They need to just merge their teams together.
His offense is that good.
Oh my god!
Just take Cleveland's defense.
Say the Dallas Cleveland boys.
Dallas Cow Browns.
Dallas
Cow Browns. Jesus.
Oh,
I love it.
The Dallas Cow Browns. Look, the point is, their defense is top 5, top 10 always. But the problem is their offense is terrible. And at this point, I think they just caught Green Bay at the right place at the right time. I don't know if it was like a time difference. I don't know what it was. They just looked like they just was going through the motions when I watched the game. But I will say this. It's a learning lesson, because you can't sleep on a team just because they're not favored.
Great throw.
Any given Sunday.
Sunday, any team can lose. Exactly. So we got to give them credit for the win. And I think at this point, I think Green Bay is going to get back, and they're going to win their next games. But they just got to just get their head right and make sure they stay healthy. That's it.
I just got one more point. I just think
go ahead.
It's just another example of how we don't take into account how important special teams is.
That is true. Very, very true. Mm-hmm. Special teams showed up on a lot of stuff this Sunday.
This whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this play that just happened in this game.
Oh,
they just ran. So I will say that I think that. Oh wow. Okay.
Who's that to?
That was likely, I think.
No, Walker. I don't know who Walker.
Who the hell is that guy?
Likely's inactive. He's not playing.
I thought he might have been back by now. I don't know who Walker is.
Nobody knows.
Lamar balling out as
Lamar knows who he is.
Lamar just is Lamar.
Lamar like, yo, just pick some dudes out of the audience, put a jersey on, let's go.
I would say this. I think Green Bay, like all three of your points, my point was really made through all three of your takes. So I don't really have to say much. I agree with you, Brandon. Like this is that's the kind of loss you want is out of conference. Those always losses. I'd rather the loss because just the loss will hurt, not the loss and the opponent will hurt at the end of the season.
Devontae Walker? Who the hell is that?
I just think that no, you're good. I just think that they have to just play a little better next game. No one's going undefeated. Those days are over, in my opinion. Not saying it can't happen, but the more games they add, the less likely it'll be.
That's just.
I'm about to say, when did those days ever exist?
Think about it. Exactly. Like, if you do a 17-0 season, that's how much the 1972 Dolphins they played their 14 games and then the 3 games playoffs. Like you do a 17-0 game, you did the entire 1972 Dolphins.
Yeah,
right.
Without the playoffs, so it's the comparing generations. Everyone's going to do it, but there's always its fallacies.
Right.
Absolutely
true.
So, Raj, I'm gonna start. I want you to start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see Mr. Cousins last week. But Lord, if Michael Penix Jr. can't beat the Panthers, it's gonna be a long career for him. Of all teams, this man cannot beat the Panthers. They allowed Bryce Young to go out there and look like I don't even know, like he was on something, like he was I think it was 30-0. The question is, they benched him. Do you see a scenario where they go back to Kirk Cousins?
Unless Michael Penix is injured, no. I mean, it was one of those one-off games, and he brought him in just kind of like just to do some damage control. But when it's all said and done, Michael Penix is their future. That's their quarterback. Kirk Cousins, as good as I think he is, he's not the future, and he's not going to be playing in Atlanta very long. He probably is going to be traded very, very soon. If the Bengals give him a call, I guarantee you he's going to play for the Bengals.
That would be
because they desperately need a quarterback.
I agree. That's a great idea, Raj.
Yep. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, you know who will be perfect for the Bengals? Kirk Cousins. He will be perfect.
I hadn't thought of that. I really like that. Good idea.
Yeah. So I think
like that.
There's only one thing I don't like about that.
Why?
The offensive line is dirt. If Joe Burrow was running for his life and he's actually mobile, what the hell y'all think gonna happen to Kirk Cousins, who's immobile and barely got 2 legs now?
That sounds like Kirk Cousins' problem.
Took the words under my mouth.
Look, Kirk Cousins, we know how Kirk is, man. This man balls out for like 5 games straight, and then he just falls off the cliff.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I don't care what happens. Just give him 5 good games.
If you can get
5 good games.
Look, you're not wrong. If you get 5 good games out of him, just to bridge the gap between now, because he'll ball out and then he'll be terrible.
Yes, exactly. He's going
to figure it out for just enough to get.
Yeah,
Burrow's supposed to be back with 3 games left. Like,
yeah, like we just need
wins. They already have 2, so that's 7.
Yep.
And Joe Burrow gets 3. That's 10. That's probably getting you the 7th seed.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with Atlanta right now. If I'm in Cincinnati, I'm so serious.
Down.
Oh, terrible play, Lamar.
What the hell?
I don't know what they were going for.
Why would he do that?
A lot went wrong.
Is this a
on that.
playoff game?
You know what?
Like it's
I
a
knew
playoff
Lamar.
game.
Listen, I knew Lamar was on some bullshit when he had his Jerry curl. This is going to be a terrible game for Lamar.
I don't know what
Hey,
he was doing.
I want to
wanna
make a
point
quick point.
Nah,
My bad. Go ahead, R&B.
I just want to make a quick point about Atlanta. Why I think it's a possibility we could see Kirk Cousins end up playing again in Atlanta.
Okay.
Dare I say it? They have a black head coach. Here's where I'm going with that. We all know that the window is not normally long for a black head coach to produce before they out the door. So Raheem Morris is gonna get desperate sometime this season, and if Michael Penix doesn't step it up and start playing better, don't think that he won't explore the option of bringing Kirk Cousins back in as the starter to try to see what he can get out of him because they do have talent there.
and I want to make this point too. How Atlanta released Crew, and their new kicker sucks too.
Yeah. That's what they get.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to find anything.
That's what they get for getting rid of young Hoku.
Young Hoku. Brandon, you was
So I
trying to
guess
say something.
So I
You
guess
say that you know cool.
So just to
yeah, that young Ho cool, but that old Ho was cool too.
So just to like piggyback a question off of what you said, R&B. Alexa, stop. So with Raheem, who was the Atlanta head coach again? Raheem Morris, you said?
Raheem Morris.
Yeah. So him getting desperate, I think that depends entirely on how into the Michael Penix pick he was. Because that's just looking like how was that the general manager, the owner, whose decision was that? Because if he was like, I don't want that, I want to get somebody for Cousins, then internally he might be just like, I told you so. So I think it depends on the internal conversation for that.
It could because he said all the right things in the media, which of course that's what he's gonna do. As far as they thought that it was, they thought he thought that it was a great idea to sign Kurt but still draft Michael.
All right, be right back.
Makes sense. I mean, I think that I agree that I see a scenario. I agree with both of you guys where I see a scenario where Kirk Cousins could come back, but Raj is right in the sense this is their guy. This is their future. And sometimes when you go backwards like that, it hurts your guy's confidence. I just don't want to see them do what the Steelers tried to do a couple years ago when we had Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph, kind of like the thing where you plan by the week instead of planning in totality, So that's the one thing I'd say, excuse me, that I don't want to see. But I will say that Atlanta looks putrid. It's very scary, and they need to figure it out quick because it does. Well, are they 1-2 or are they 2-1?
They're 1-2.
1-2.
They're 1-2. Yeah, so
Yep.
they just need to really figure it out and get it together before it's too late. As we all know, we love football season, but it goes fast. You blink and it's week 9. Blink again, it's week 15. Blink again, we're at the AFC NFC Championship.
That's not true. I just blinked every time you said something, and we still here.
Facts.
So we got to talk about it. It has to be discussed.
I agree.
Indiana Jones has struck again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not understanding this. You know why? This is all my fault too. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Always your fault.
before the season went, you ever have that one friend like that you can't talk sports about to because they don't know how to be logical? Like they have to just they just have to think their way, and that's who they are, but it aggravates like a small piece of your soul. So I have a friend like that. His name's Kevin Smith. Loudmouth, just loudmouth. Always got to prove. Always don't want to hear your point. So when we were at a barbecue together and we were talking, he's a Colts fan. I said, "Bro, who's your quarterback?" And then he's just like, "I don't know." I'm like, "What you mean you don't know, bro? What you mean? It's either Jones or it's Richardson. Which one?" "I don't know. They ain't announced it." So I'm over here. Then I messaged him. I was like, "Oh, Daniel Jones? Y'all really think Daniel Jones is the answer?" Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Well, through 3 weeks, Daniel Jones has been the answer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. My wife seen a meme earlier. It said Daniel Jones 3-0, Saquon Barkley 3-0, the Giants 0-3.
Oh, that's terrible.
Brian Dable used ROC. Bills 3-0.
And to make matters and to make it crazier is I think did they punt yesterday? I don't know. Did they finally punt the Colts?
I don't know, but I
I'm
know
not
they
sure.
whooped ass.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I seen that Daniel Jones has made two different things happen. They were saying that that the Colts are the first team in the Super Bowl era to go 2 games without a punt. And this one, I might have read it wrong. Maybe you guys can help me out. I seen something that said like he's the first quarterback in the Super Bowl era to have like 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns or something. I can't. Oh, damn it! It was just there. It was
Through the
something that
first
he.
3 weeks.
I can definitively tell you Josh Allen has done both of those things.
Yeah, no, but I forget under the store under the scenario it was 3 touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. I don't remember.
Josh did that last year against the Rams, and lost.
Yeah. I don't know. I forget what they said. It was I remember seeing 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns. Be that as it may, the question I'm going to go to you, R&B. Do you believe that the Colts can hold this off the whole season?
Man, why not? Defense playing solid, quarterback playing solid, running game playing solid, receivers getting open, Pittman in the crew. Why not? You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen off these first 3 weeks, I don't have any reason to say that they can't. You know what I'm saying? Will it still be this impressive? Maybe not, but can they still, win some games and keep themselves in contention and maybe be a threat in the playoffs? Hey, maybe. You just have to wait and see. I really can't give a definitive yes or no on it though, because it's just hard to judge when it's a quarterback like Daniel Jones who was like trash and then had one good season, got paid, and just became ultimately trash again, and I'll look at him again. So it's too much up and down to really read this pie chart.
Okay. Who do you guys know offhand who they played yesterday? I don't remember.
The Titans.
The Titans, yeah.
Right?
Cam Ward.
I'm not convinced. They played
Really?
the Dolphins. Terrible. They beat the Broncos, which is an impressive win. They were a playoff team last year, but
They almost lost that game.
A nice 15-yard penalty on special teams certainly helped. Just more examples of how important that is.
Yeah.
And the Titans were the number 1 overall pick last year. I need a little more signature win from Daniel Jones before I'm gonna be like, this is the guy. But admittedly, he has overperformed. So I don't want to take away from what he said, but if we're going to sit here and make the argument that Caleb Williams, or at least I will, make the argument that Caleb Williams benefited from a terrible Dallas defense, I'm not convinced that Tennessee is going to bring anything to the table either.
Well, considering that they won against the Dolphins in week 1, blowout. They won against the Broncos on a penalty, where they got to re-kick a field goal. And then they play the Titans. I think this next game will show something for them as they go to the Rams to play in LA.
That's better. That's better. I like that.
You know? Lamar, what are you doing, bro?
I told you.
But then the schedule's a little soft again. Raiders, Cardinals. Then they play the Chargers, then the Colts. Then the Titans, the Steelers, Falcons. There's a Kansas City game. So their schedule's not the toughest, but it's not like they make the schedule,
Let's also see how he plays against Houston, the previous,
Right.
2+ division winner. So,
Roger,
he's done well, but I want more.
Yeah,
absolutely. Raj, what is your takeaway overall from the Colts play so far?
You know what? After hearing Brandon's take, I actually lean towards what he's saying because if you think about it, like I watched that Denver game and Denver won that game. I don't care what nobody said. If it wasn't for that penalty being called, Denver would have won that game, and then Daniel Jones would be 2-1 right now. Okay, so and the only wins he will have is against what the Dolphins and the Titans. So that's not really that impressive. However, I am like it's a good story to have Daniel Jones in the position that he's in because at least I did. I'll speak for me. I wrote him off. I wrote Daniel Jones off.
Oh, we all did.
Daniel Jones.
I didn't see this. You know what I'm saying? Now, Indiana Jones is a whole different person. Like I said, that's like his alter ego. So he's showing that he can win games. He's showing that he can, be that guy. And I like what I see. But there's a lot to be desired when it comes down to the Indianapolis Colts. Like their defense really, it's not that good. It's okay. It's decent, but it's not like elite. It's not like what Denver's defense is right now. Denver's defense is up there. It's like top 3. But I will say on the offensive side, they got a little bit more to prove. I would like to see more from Michael Pittman. I will also like to see a lot of things happen as far as getting other wide receivers involved because Josh Downs, he was a man last season. I don't know what the hell happened this season.
Yeah. So
there's a lot that got to be done, but we're not going to overreact. This is only week 3. We'll see what happens in about 4 or 5 weeks from now.
I've seen 5-1 teams go 6-10.
It's very true. Very true. And it can happen like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yesterday also, I was very shocked to see that the Steelers were on television. And
national game.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going through the channels. I'm like, oh, we got a TV game. I'm like, all right.
No, fuck New England.
Yeah, right.
And I was very impressed with the defense because Lord knows if the defense hadn't showed up yesterday, we would have lost that game.
Amen.
No doubt about it. We'd have lost that game.
Jason Kelsey, band member.
Jesus Christ.
These guys doing everything.
Now I've seen it all.
When it comes to side quests, Jason Kelsey's going to be the white Snoop Dogg.
Facts. Yo, he's doing everything like shit.
The white.
He's out there playing in a band. He's in all the commercials.
He said white.
My bad, Mike.
No, you good. Saying? You good. So I was saying, if the defense hadn't showed up, we lose that game. But the Patriots did show a lot of good things in the game yesterday as well.
But can we give some credit to Aaron Rodgers, please?
Aaron Rodgers didn't even give himself credit. How can I?
No. Don't do that.
He did
do that, Mike.
He said, what did he say after the game? What did he say? What did he say?
I didn't watch the press conference.
No, he said they went out there.
I'm gonna take Mike's word for it.
And he said we put 2 good drives together, and then we didn't play well after that, and then the defense won the game. That's all. That's what he said. That's how the game went.
You just don't like Aaron Rodgers.
This isn't news. This isn't news. I'm not taking away.
Yesterday's game was everything Mike Tomlin has ever wanted.
Mike,
you said what?
He got 2 touchdown passes. 2.
Well, he had 4 in week 1. So
okay, so what do you want him to do? Throw 6?
Yes.
Hey,
see, that's what I'm saying. You can't have it all, bro.
Listen. Just because I can't have it all, don't mean I can't want it all, Raj. Damn, a man can dream, can he? I'm not saying I can have it all. Don't mean I can't want it.
Look, I know you threw 2. I know you threw 2 touchdowns. But next time, throw 4.
Like I said, yesterday's game was everything Mike Tomlin has ever wanted.
Yes. Yes.
I will say this:
a 1-score game where his defense scores 5 touchdowns and no.
Yep.
He added that to the spank bank last night.
Exactly. Facts.
I will say this: him out there has been the best thing that the Steelers have had since Roethlisberger retired. We have not been in a position to have any form of decent play at the quarterback. Is he in his prime? No. We know he's not. Is he more serviceable than what the Steelers have had? Absolutely. I will say that. Hopefully, though, the line looked better yesterday. Because in week 1 he took a lot of hits, and you can't take all those hits. Especially he's an older quarterback. You just can't take those hits. So while he threw another pick that really wasn't even his fault again. So I don't think they played bad, but the offense needs more consistency. And that's not even all on him. The run game was better, but wasn't great.
Horrible.
It's without that run game, you really just relying on Rodgers, and that's not going to work. They have to run the ball better. And Jaylen Warren's not the answer. That's really what it comes down to. As for the Patriots, they show a lot of poise. They show that they have their guy. However,
that interception in the end zone, that was a bad throw. If he puts that up in the air and towards the back pylon, it's a touchdown. Instead, it gets tipped and intercepted.
However,
very unimpressed with Drake May yesterday.
I think that he still has a lot there, but it's his second year.
He's touch on that by now.
he's in a division, and you're not gonna like this comment, but it's the truth. He's in the division with the new Tom Brady.
Why wouldn't I like that comment?
Well, because Josh Allen now beats up on 3 teams like Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, I love that comment. Fuck yeah. Yeah, let's all the time. Yeah, love it.
All right, so Raj doesn't like that comment because his team.
I mean, I get it. But Raj still has 2 more years till he knows what I went through. So
That's true. That's true. But look,
I mean, listen.
when we get a real quarterback, that's when I'll start celebrating. We don't have a real quarterback.
I'm not gonna lie. I was excited. I thought Sam Darnold was gonna be at least something enough for you guys that we were gonna have some sort of something.
We all did. I mean, I thought that with Zach Wilson.
I mean, Seahawks are 2-1. I mean, granted, that was special teams.
Yeah.
They had a block kick and a kick return for a touchdown or a punt return. Yeah, they are. Special teams is important.
Very important.
Absolutely.
I say that. Missed field goal from 67 yards. Fair. Fair.
Wait, did he miss? My TV must be delayed.
I am definitely ahead of you guys. But 67 yards, yeah, you're allowed to miss that.
Yeah.
He barely missed it at that.
He barely missed it. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's maybe he got it.
That's understandable. That's damn near.
Yeah,
that's damn near.
Nobody's saying nothing bad again about a missed 67-yarder. You're like, it's the end of half. It's a Hail Mary, basically. Like,
yeah,
man, it would have been nice if he made it to take the record from Justin Tucker against the Ravens.
Oh no,
Tucker's not on the team no
more. I don't care that it was preseason. 70's the record. Cam Little has the record.
Unfortunately, they ain't gonna count it though.
I don't care.
But that's the record, Mike. If it's 70, it's 70. Damn it.
It is 70. It happened. There were large men in front of the ball. It happened.
Yep.
He said, "Oh, it happened. It happened." Just a few other takeaways from this week that I didn't feel like we had to have too big of a discussion on. Actually, I missed one. Okay. So the Chargers improved to 3-0. The Broncos fell to 1-2. And the Broncos lost the same damn way. Last minute field goal. In the beginning of this season, I believe Raj did, or was it R&B? I can't remember. One of you guys picked the Chargers as a potential. I can't remember who though. Are the Chargers? Was you? Are the Chargers for real, or is it still too early to tell?
I think it's still too early. I don't start judging teams till week 8.
Week 8?
But about week 8. But I will say it's good. It's good to see. It's good. It's good to see Justin Herbert play the way he's playing, and it's also good to see that they got some serious options, man. They're not just out there just doing one-dimensional football like they did for the past few years. Just throw the ball and that the defense is not following up. They can do both. They can play offense and defense. So I think this team is going to be pretty good, but I'm not going to fully give them the credit yet because it's still early in the season. It's only week 3.
I think they're going to take this division at this point. They're 3-0 in the division. They have 3 division games.
That is true.
On paper, they should have the number 1 seed in the AFC because of that. But the Chargers are not losing in Charger ways. They're winning the game. Like I was sitting there that week 1. I'm like, when are the Chargers going to do what they normally do and do some stupid ass play that gives the game away to the Chiefs? And they never did it. And they managed to do it again against the Broncos, where they managed to not throw the game again. And then they took their business against the Raiders, which So I think Jim Harbaugh has always been a quality coach. Justin Herbert he's always had the physical tools necessary. I've always called him like Josh Allen light. But
exactly.
Yeah, he's really good. I felt if it was just if he utilized his legs more, he would be even more dynamic. He really does want to be more of a pocket passer more than anything, it seems, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in on the Chargers. I picked them as at least a wild card team. I think they are definitely going to be in the playoffs, and I could definitely see them getting a wild card round win.
Okay, you got something you want to add to it, R&B, for the Chargers? Your thoughts on them through the first 3 weeks?
I think they look good, and I think the fact that they won a tight game yesterday, which has been the downfall for them over the last few seasons, kind of speaks well that Herbert was able to march them down, get the touchdown that they needed or whatever, and then also march them down the ceiling when they needed most. So that's a good sign. 3-0. I think the Chargers win this division, and they should run away with it.
Also, I want to add in this.
Yeah.
If the Chargers win the division, right? And my second pick for that division is going to be the Broncos. If that's the case, then the Chiefs don't make the playoffs this season.
I could see 3 teams out of the AFC West.
I
mean, it's entirely on the Steelers.
Yeah, true. But that's what I'm factoring. I'm factoring that the Steelers make the playoffs.
That's what it is. At that point, because it's right now it's going to be one team from the AFC South.
Yeah.
Whoever comes surging up past them later.
Right. I mean, because that's a real hard ask to get from, where you are in the bottom of the AFC West. And then, of course, making a playoff in a wild card spot. Because if you got teams like, let's say, the Patriots fighting for that spot, and you got teams like the Steelers and the Ravens, and
Ravens gonna run away with that division. That's over. AFC North.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Even if they take that,
they'll take the AFC North. So, but okay, all right. Then what about the Jaguars and the Texans? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like if somebody comes back to overtake the Colts from the AFC South, they're not going to win the wild card.
Got you.
Yeah, the AFC South is going to have they're just going to beat up on each other most of the season, and the winner's going to be like 10-7.
Yeah,
that's I could be wrong. Just that's my prediction. So
yeah, no, I can see that. I could definitely see that. But that's what I'm saying. It's going, man.
I love
Chiefs
football,
better figure it out.
All fucking rules, bro. I love this shit. I'm glad we're here talking amongst friends.
Yep.
Absolutely. I would say this. What's going to help that happen is the fact that that Joe Burrow's out. It's pretty much made it a definite factor that it's freed up a spot. So I could see 3 teams out of the AFC West. I can see 1 out of the South. I can see, and then I see 2 out of the North, and then just the Bills out of their division.
Right?
So I think that I think the Steelers do find a way to get in there one way or another. So we'll see how that goes. That's all we can do. Okay, so a couple other things, and then we'll get into the picks for week 4.
Before we get into that, I came up with an interesting segment we can also do. Let me see what you get if you guys are interested in this. I saw a meme a while ago, and it was like, guys used to sit around having the greatest time naming random football players. How about once a week we just name a random football player from any team, any time period, just somebody that we used to enjoy playing or saw some highlights. What do you guys think?
Just name any random player.
Any random player. We're just naming a player and be like, oh, that guy. I like that guy.
That we should love watching play.
Or just, you saw some highlights back in the day and you're like, oh, this guy was underrated or something. Or, just trying to come up with a random name and reminisce about the history of football.
I got one.
All right.
Former Jet, also former Steeler, Santonio Holmes.
Bet.
I used to love watching him play. He was probably like the closest thing to like Randy Moss on my team. Even though he wasn't Randy Moss, but he was like, he was like, he had long arms like Randy Moss. And could go out there and grab the ball out the air. I used to love seeing him play.
I know this is going to sound a little bit like a cliche, but I just really wish that he never hit his head. Man, I loved Antonio Brown and his prime.
I know he was going to say that. I knew it. I still love AB.
In his prime.
I love his Twitter. I'll tell you what.
Listen, during that time, in that Killer Bee era, couldn't no one tell me no one could even convince me there was a better wide receiver on the planet than Antonio Brown. This man would just catch things. I'm just like, how?
Always open, always catch.
Like, bro, like how are how are you that good? Like, yo, it was crazy. Couldn't no one tell me, and I firmly still believe, had he have not hit his head and went nuts, he would have went down as the greatest wide receiver of all time. He had the potential to get.
If it was for Montez Burfict,
I was going to say, he didn't hit his head. He got absolutely dirty.
He got
Burfict.
Murdered on a freaking field.
Yeah, that was dirty, bro.
Yeah, but
he hasn't been right since.
Well, yeah, no, I would say, yeah, I just really wish. I was glad he got a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, I had to take the bad with the good, and Tom Brady got another one. But at least he won one. Would have been better if he could have did it with us, but we ain't have good defense at that time.
All right, so piggybacking off of my theme of special teams is important, and going with Raj and picking a player from my team, I'm going to go with Terrence McGee.
Okay, I remember McGee.
The Bills kick returner from like 2003 to 2007. My man was unbelievable and just straight up getting overshadowed by Devin Hester. If Devin Hester wasn't being playing that same time, y'all would know Terrence McGee so much more. Chris Berman, every other week, it seemed he was screaming, Bills special teams on NFL primetime because this man was returning balls fucking 60-plus yards every single week. Terrence McGee was my guy.
That's a good one. I like that.
You got one, R&B? You okay, R&B?
I think
R&B, you there, bro?
You might be sleeping.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you can hear it. It's all good.
All right, I guess we'll take our picks now. Thanks for. I hope you guys like the idea.
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna go into week 4 here. All right. Well, because it's set up this way. Well, it's the first game anyway, but it's set up because first game on Sunday, but because it's my team, it's at the top. Steelers or Vikings in London or wherever the fuck they are.
They're in Dublin.
There's no Thursday game?
No, Sunday.
It's Sunday.
9 a.m.
It's Sunday morning, but because
it's on your phone.
My team.
Okay.
It comes up first. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Yeah. I'm rolling with the Vikings.
I gotta go against that. They put up 48 points last week. They played a lot of offense, and they made a lot of defensive plays. I think they come out slow and flat a little bit, but I think the Steelers win it in a close one.
Okay.
Like a 21-17, 24-20, something like that.
I wouldn't. Yeah, probably.
Seahawks
I
at
think-
Cardinals.
I just gotta say this real quick. I think Aaron Rodgers' ankle swell up on the plane to Dublin because he's 40. Because he's 41 years old.
His ears gonna be popping.
He's gonna be jet lagged, so that we can't count.
I think they're all gonna be jet lagged. Like I'm like they're all gonna like the first quarter of that game is just gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. It's always low scoring games, in the first half. In the first half, it's kind of low scoring.
Unless Jacksonville was there for a whole week first.
Right, because that's Jacksonville's part-time home.
Bullshit, man. I
in
hate
London.
Oh man. So okay, Thursday night game is Seahawks at Cardinals.
Oh, I got the Seahawks.
That's I'm taking Cardinals. This is saucy.
So you think the Cardinals gonna go 3-1?
Fuck it. Any given Thursday.
Any given Thursday. You're right. They better.
This is a tough one because like the Cardinals are playing with no identity. The Seahawks are playing like they have one, but they really don't. Being that the Seahawks are on the road, I'm going to take the Cardinals. James Conner's out for the season.
I forgot about that.
No, I'm going to take the Seahawks. Browns at Lions.
I'm gonna roll with the Lions.
Low key, I want to know the result of this game. Like, are they gonna is it gonna be a letdown from the Ravens, or are they gonna and they're gonna be angry, or are they gonna be riding high and on top of the world, gonna beat anybody?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to say Lions, obviously, but I could see Myles Garrett getting in Jared Goff's face over and over and over and over again.
I think it's going to be a long. I think it's going to be a long day for the Lions, but I think they pull it out in a very ugly, low-scoring game, like 17-13, 13-10. Like,
ooh, got him.
Ain't going to be pretty.
They're going to win by a field goal.
Exactly. Ooh.
I mean, Zay Flowers sorry to interrupt, but is Zay Flowers injured? I haven't seen him get it thrown to once.
No, he's out there because I just got an alert. Said 0 yards for Zay Flowers in the first half.
My goodness. All right, what was you saying? I'm sorry. What was the game?
Chargers at Giants.
I'm rolling with the Chargers. We're fading the Giants for the rest of the time until they put famous Jameis out there.
In there, Chargers definitely.
Yep.
I agree. Chargers.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Commanders at Falcons.
I'm going with the Commanders. I trust Super Mario more than I trust Michael Penix. Even though I love their defense, I think their defense is legit. I think Atlanta's defense is like top 5, top 10. But I can't see Michael Penix bouncing back from that with against a team like the Commanders.
Yeah. Even if Jaden Daniels doesn't play?
I trust Super Mario. I trust Mariota.
I was like, "Who's Super Mario?" Because I'm
my bad. That's what I call him.
That's registering as Mario Williams. I'm like, he's
been
like 8 years, dude. What? Like,
yeah, no. Marcus Mariota.
Okay, yeah, Marcus Mariota. I think he's serviceable enough. He'll get the job done.
Yeah,
I'd take Commander.
I'm gonna go with the Commanders too. I'm gonna go with the Commanders too. Because the Falcons are just a mess. And once again, they need to use Robinson more. They ain't using him enough.
They can't.
There he is.
Here it is, the battle of 2-3-0 teams. I think this game has the potential to be the best game of the opening window on Sunday. The Eagles at the Buccaneers.
Oh man, I want to see.
That is the best game. I gotta see.
Yeah, I definitely want to see this game, but I don't want to see the Eagles win. I can't stand the Eagles.
But now you're stuck because it's like, do you root for the Eagles or Baker Mayfield?
What's wrong with Baker Mayfield?
I shake and bake. He's always, he's Baker. But I gotta roll with him. He's been balling. He's been balling this season. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah, well, as long as he's not Ben Simmons.
Jalen Hurts is the Ben Simmons of the NFL. He refused to throw.
Who's home?
Buccaneers are home.
Buccaneers are home?
Yeah.
Also, are they wearing the creamsicle jerseys?
That's fair.
I don't know, but I'm rocking with Philly.
So they wore them last week.
I think Philly
those things are
improves
fire.
I agree. Oh God, they basically have the best uniforms wardrobe in the NFL.
Yes, ever.
Like they don't have a single miss in their wardrobe. Chargers added a miss with this all yellow unitard.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, if they did white pants with blue socks under the yellow uniform and
that'd be fire. That would be fire. I like that.
But no, yellow.
That nah. Remember they used to do that during Thursday games? Just have like those alternate jerseys.
I love it. Like I love it.
I miss those days, man.
I'm glad we got rid of ours. Freaking bumblebees.
Yeah, no, those were horrible. Those look like worse. I call those the Gotham City jerseys. Those are the jerseys that what's the name wore. Remember in Batman?
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight. Yeah. No. The one with Bane. What was it? What was that movie?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Yeah, Rises. Yeah.
Panthers at the Patriots.
I gotta roll with the Patriots.
That sounds like it hurt to say.
Yeah, because I think I don't know. I like Drake May, but I don't. Like he showed flashes, but he just doesn't go. You know what I mean?
He really disappointed me yesterday. That was very yeah.
Like I really had high expectations for Drake.
I'm expecting more. Like I thought Stephon Diggs would get more out of him.
Nothing from Stephon. Not even one touchdown pass.
3 receptions,
crazy.
I don't know what to expect. Do it! Oh my God!
So your TV's ahead of ours.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Watch though.
Oh boy, here we go. What are we about to get?
Uh-oh. I feel like a Zay Flowers thing is about to happen.
Just watch. Just fucking watch.
Wow.
What? What? Why?
I don't even know why they did that.
Yo, what the hell? Why would that even be on their freaking? Why would that be in their playbook?
Derrick Henry does have multiple passing touchdowns.
I know, but no. We don't need that.
Got him.
We don't want to see that.
I'll watch it every time.
It's just like, come on, man. And the guy was covered.
I mean, that's the thing they got to. I'm surprised they don't teach those running backs more. Like, hey, if he's not open, just throw it away. Like, that's if he's not there. You got one read. If he's not there, throw it away. One read, the guy. Second read, second row.
Throw it away. Oh man.
The most
Saints at Buffalo.
I'm rolling with the Saints. No, I'm playing. I'm rolling with Buffalo.
Oh. So Saints really got to travel from Seattle to New Orleans to Buffalo.
Yep.
No, and they just lost 44-13 to the Seahawks. Like,
yeah, no.
No, I'm not.
Finally, Andrews, you did something.
I'm a little upset that the Bills are playing the same time as this Bucks and Eagles game.
Oh, damn. Are they?
Yeah, it's 1:00. You
That
said the early
sucks.
window, right?
Yeah, it's the early window.
I mean, our game should be 1:00. That the Eagles Bucks should be 4. That's bullshit. What? Let me guess.
Titans at the Texans.
It's going to end up in a draw.
A tie.
Hopefully, it's going to be a tie. Both of these teams are horrible.
Stroud's going to get off of Schneid, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think CJ gets off and he does his thing.
I mean, it's going to be bad if Cam Ward gets off the Schneid first.
If he does, then CJ might as well.
Then CJ Stroud, we've got some problems.
Yeah, he might as well pack his stuff.
We'll still find a way to lose.
Absolutely. I think the Texans get this one. Colts at Rams.
I'm taking the Rams. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the Indiana Jones run ends. The train comes to a stop. Give me the Rams. I don't even actually think it is. I think he plays decently, and just the Rams are just a better team.
Jaguars at 49ers.
Ooh, this one's tough.
Give me the 49ers.
I'm going to take the Jaguars. They being sneaky.
Yeah, I think the Jaguars sneak one in too. Bears at Raiders.
Bears.
Yeah,
I agree.
Bears.
Ravens at Chiefs.
Ravens.
Oh, I can't wait for this hate watch. I'm so excited.
425.
You know who's going to win that game? Me.
Exactly.
I don't see the Chiefs falling 1-3. Lamar Jackson plays down to the Chiefs usually. I'm going to go with Kansas City at home.
That sentence doesn't feel right.
What happened?
That sentence doesn't feel right considering the Chiefs are the better historical team.
Exactly.
Right. Packers at Dallas.
As much as you want. Yay.
Packers at Dallas.
Packers.
Oh, Packers. Oh, yeah. Micah Parsons going to go apeshit. It's America's game of the week.
I agree. And that's the night game. Like, oh.
Oh, that's Sunday night?
Yeah, Packers and Dallas is Sunday night.
I was mistaken for Fox. Oh, it just barely missed.
Game of the week is the Ravens and the Chiefs.
On Fox?
Yeah, 425.
I didn't expect that to be okay. That makes a lot more sense as to why the Bucks and Eagles are one, but I still don't know why that game ended up on Fox.
I don't know.
I guess Tom Brady really wanted it, right?
Yeah.
You don't want Bills and Chiefs?
Well, here we go. A fail fest. The Jets had the Dolphins.
Flex this game to mid-May.
Wow.
Wow. Mid-May. Wow.
We'll appreciate that game a lot more then.
Yeah, we probably would. Could that be the only thing on? Yeah, I gotta go with the Jets. Jets finally get their win.
I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets have to win, and then the Dolphins
They have
coach
to
gets
win.
fired.
Yes, that's what we want. We want Miami Mike to be fired.
No, we don't. We want him to be hired forever.
No, he's a horrible. His press conferences are so cringe.
Okay, that's Miami's problem. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I think that's
And the last one.
Like, nah, you stay here.
Right.
We'll make it look like you had a chance. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Bengals at Broncos.
You know what?
Gotta go Broncos.
As much as I want to say Broncos, I have a feeling the Bengals gonna pull it off. And the reason why is because, like, the Broncos' offense has been terrible. Like, not historically terrible, but they just don't know how to put up points when they need to put up points. So, I'm rolling with the Bengals. I think they figure it out.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. They've lost 2 close games in a row. I think it's time. I think they're gonna get it. I think
the Broncos are going to be angrier than the Bengals.
I hope so.
I
actually like this Broncos team.
Absolutely.
Outside of like 3 players, the Broncos are the more talented team.
Yeah, true. They got a better quarterback.
At this point in the season.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And who do you guys think's winning this tonight?
Give me the Lions.
Nah, I'm gonna pick the Ravens, hoping I'm wrong.
I'm just hoping enough points go up for me to win my fantasy leagues. Mark Andrews getting that touchdown was big. I was about to lose in one league. I had like a 14% chance in winning that touchdown because I have Lamar and Andrews. Made it go from 14% to 81%.
Oh, wow.
So, just need a little more Lamar magic. That's why in most of my fantasy leagues I picked Lamar in the 3rd round. Because
me too.
I remember one league it was coming back to me, like the guy after me was like, he's like, fuck. I said, what's wrong? He goes, I was gonna take Lamar. I said, nah, homie. I knew he wasn't gonna be there when they came back. So cause we did like a game and everyone thought I was gonna take the first pick because I could have pretty much what you did was you picked out a little marble out of a bag and then it had a number.
Hell yeah.
And then you had to select a card. Whoever had the higher card picked which pick. They were like, you want number 1? I said, fuck no. Give me number 5, baby. Number 5. So what the heck are we doing here? Oh, wow. Okay. That works. But okay, guys, we're on the 2-hour mark. Is there anything else that you would like to go over before we break out of here?
No. Nope. I had the one. I already went with the one thing that I had an idea with. We're good.
All right. Definitely. So, all right, gentlemen, it's always a pleasure.
Touchdown.
Enjoy the week. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another episode of Nerdcamp Sports. Everyone be safe, be happy, and remember, like I always say, be better than you were yesterday, but be prepared tomorrow to be better than you are today. Peace.
Peace.
Goose.
Good touchdown.
Absolutely.